I think one of the things living in Clifton Park, I think a lot of people don't realize that there is real need in Clifton Park. It tends to be a more affluent community, and the Y provides the services to those folks, and I think that's very, very important.
I didn't really know Chuck until fairly recently, like meaning in the last 5 years, but I met him when I became on a committee. And I realized that he was really unique in that he has a certain vitality and a certain interest that some of the other chairmen, including myself, really didn't have to the degree that Chuck has had it.
About 4 years ago, we had again tapped to join the advisory council, and the committee that I was most interested in was the property committee. And one of the items that they talked about that had been on the books, I guess, for a year or two, was the idea of putting in a trail. And that was something that I just had an immense interest in. Couldn't wait to get outside and walk through the woods. I'd spent a lot of time as a youth up in the Adirondacks, so I'm very familiar with the outdoors, and I thought this would be really great for the campers and possibly for members.
It's like going into the woods. My wife and I both grew up in New York City. We both came up here, lived in Latham, and then we moved up to Clifton Park in '72, and it was like coming to a rural playland.
I think a lot of the people that donate to our annual campaign don't realize one of the early reactions you get from people is, well, I pay my dues. And the dues keep the building lit, heated, pay for staff, equipment. That's the facility. The extra money in the annual campaign comes in to go off into the community and satisfy services.